Alright guys, hey y'all, and welcome back to this video, obviously. If you don't know who I am, I'm Diane. Nice to meet you. Definitely like and subscribe if you want to. That'd be cool. Anyways, obviously by the title of this video, I'm talking about the best week of my life, which when I went down to Del Rio on a mission trip. So I filmed this video 3 times already. Well, this is the 3rd time I filmed it. The first time I filmed it, I didn't really like it, super rushed. Second time, I liked it, really liked the energy and everything like that, but then it wouldn't download to my computer. So we're giving it a 3rd time's charm on a different device this time. Hopefully it will work, I'm not sure. But you know, we're just going with it. It's still kind of rushed because I have to be at work in about 50 minutes, and yeah, so it's going to be kind of quick. First, I wanted to talk about like the mission trip I went on. So I went with a group called the Army, and that's like the organization that it's part of, and I went down to Del Rio. If you don't know where that is on the border from Texas and Mexico. And we just got split up into teams and basically were sent out into the community to help people. And it was so eye-opening, like just in many different ways. I got put in a group where I only knew 2 people from my church. Everyone else were just like people from another church, and I like grew relationships with them that I never thought would be possible within a week. And like they changed my life, and I'm like that person that's very like minded, like when I make up my mind, like it's not gonna change. But like when I was with this group, they just like, okay, I've said like 1,000 times, but they really have just opened up my eyes and made me look at things from a different perspective. So we went down there, and our first job site was, my team was Red Team, and the first job we had was a wheelchair ramp. And the clients that we were helping did not speak any English. And even though like they didn't speak any English, it was something that, you know, language wasn't a barrier. And I really saw God work in that way, because even though we couldn't quite communicate with them, I mean, we got a translator and we worked things out. And even though it wasn't super easy, it got done. And I just remember it took us about 2.5 days to finish the project. And when we finished it, I can't quite understand. I can understand, but I can't speak Spanish very well, so I couldn't like communicate back to them, but I could just tell them, tell the joy and the happiness, and just they were so pleased that we had done that for them with no cost or anything to them. And it's just very powerful. It's just something like, I can't even explain it, but just like when you see that, like language wasn't a barrier, like God took that away at that moment and was just like, he was so present in that time. And then we came to our second project, so it was a week long. So halfway through the week on Wednesday, we went to our next project, and Wednesday was my favorite day. So the supply guy didn't expect us to finish that early in the day, so he had to go and get a whole bunch of other supplies for our group. So we all just kind of hung out, and that day was like when our group got super close, and we had a devotion at lunch time, and we just really opened up about things, and I don't know, it was just like a really powerful day. And that was just such an amazing day. And then the clients that we were helping, we eat lunch at the job site. So we were there, and there's a little boy that lives there, and he doesn't have full mobility physically and mentally. And he came off the bus from school, and he shook our hands and introduced himself. It was just so, I don't know, just like melted my heart. And Wednesday was just a really good day, and we got started on our project. Our project went really well. We just had like the best time together. And then then Thursday we started on the project, finished it, and then that boy the second day comes out when we were eating lunch, gets off the bus and comes up and gives us all hugs. And it was one of the best hugs I've ever received. So, that night, Thursday night, I guess was what made this week so special to me. And this video is kind of all over the place, very fast, but like if I sat here and talked to you about everything, you would be super like bored and everything like that. Even editing some of it, I was like, oh, that's kind of boring. But Thursday night we had like a prayer station night, so we had a little station set up around the chapel of the church, and we were staying in the church, like that's where we were sleeping and stuff. And we just like went around and we had to like nail like our sins to the cross and just a lot of things that were very powerful. And I remember just like sitting after I got done with those prayer stations, I like went to the pews. I was like sitting there like looking down at like a puddle of my tears, and like that's never happened to me before. And I just had a lot of like questions going into this mission trip about like my faith and about my calling to ministry, if that was even right anymore, and about moving 1,000 miles away from everything I love. And I just got so many answers just sitting right there from God, and then other people coming up and talking to me. I just remember praying to God. I was like, God, like, please send Savannah. Savannah's one of our adults. And I was like, please send her. Like, I want to talk to her. She just, like, gets me. And he sent her, and we talked through some things, and it made me feel full and about my faith, and that I don't have questions that I did. And even though like she didn't like answer all these questions, it was just like she helped me become at peace with some of the things that I can't know, but she did help me see other things. And then also my pastor came and he prayed over me, and I was super anxious about going to Dort. It's just kind of scary, you know, moving so far away. And he's like, you know, God's already got your best friend picked out. God already has your life planned for you. You know, you just got to be strong and follow him and have faith. And he said that. I was just like, wow, like that's so true. And I actually just got back Sunday from a week at Dort, and he was right. My pastor was so right. And when he was talking, I know it wasn't him, it was the Lord speaking through him. That I think I've already found some of my best friends just from that week, and I have a very good future ahead of me, and I'm just so blessed, and God has provided all of this. And so just the week itself was so empowering, like personally, for like things I was fighting, and then just like how I viewed the world, and how good I have it. I have it so good, and so many of us do, and we just take it for granted, and it really just makes me so appreciative of everything we have. I also met my best friend. I've already talked about this a little bit, but Dustin, he's literally like no one can compare to him. Like he gets me on a different level, and I don't know what I would do if I didn't meet him that week. But yeah, it was just a great day. And I remember Saturday when we were, hey, I'm recording.
Oops. Can you stop for a second?
Yes. Harley, say hi.
So we can.
Oh.
What's on then?
No, it's okay now.
Are you recording?
Yes, but I can just edit this. Sorry about that. Yeah, so basically this week was just a very powerful week, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things that I needed. And, you know, my friendships I made will be friendships I keep for forever. And just, I see things differently, and I'm a lot more appreciative of what I have. I actually have a picture. This is the picture, Army 2019. That's the church that we stayed at, and then this is our group. So yeah, it's a little wood thing that you can just like stand like that. So I will have that. I'm gonna take that to college with me because it's just such a good memory. But that's all I have for this video. And if, you know, you're probably like, okay, this was kind of a boring video or whatever, and I really just made this video for me to, like, look back on one day and just be like, wow, like, this was like something that I will always remember, and that I know God is calling me to ministry, and I know I don't have all the answers, and I'm very one-minded sometimes, so I need to, open my heart to new experiences and to new things, and just be so appreciative of what I do have, and that I don't always have to have, the latest things. I mean, they're nice and they're cool, but that's, like, not everything. And I just challenge y'all to just look around and just be more appreciative of things, and look where you can see God, because there's been a lot of times since that trip that we called God moments. And when something happens like that, that wasn't me. There's no way man could have done that. That was God. And I've just, now that I'm looking for them and I'm a lot more aware of them, I see God a lot more places than I ever did before. And it's so exciting. I have so much to be thankful for, and y'all should be too. And I hope y'all look for God or try to make a difference, and you don't have to go 5 hours on a mission trip. You don't have to go to another country to help out. I mean, there's things in your community that you can do as well. And it is expensive to go on mission trips and things like that, so it's not always about where'd you go and what'd you do. It's about building the biggest building. It's more of a spiritual thing that can be done right from your community. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video or just got something out of it. It was very personal, and I like this because it's just, I like talking, and I like talking about God, and I like making YouTube videos, so all three of them combined, good for me. That's a good one. Anyways, I'm gonna put a few pictures in here or videos or whatever I can find from the week. I hope you enjoy. Have a good day, make someone smile, and look for a God moment.